loss of a loved one is truly a tragic thing, and when that loss occurs because someone else was negligent or someone else did something wrong that caused that death, the pain is even greater. In Florida, wrongful death cases are covered by the Florida Wrongful Death Act. This is a law that has been written into the books by the legislatures in Tallahassee that speaks to how an action takes place if someone loses a loved one because someone else was at fault. Significantly, the Florida Wrongful Death Act contains the legislative intent, the public policy of the state of Florida, and the public policy of this state is to shift the burden, the losses sustained by the family of someone who has passed, shift those burdens to the at-fault party. And so the Florida Wrongful Death Act seeks to do what it can to provide the most justice it can for the family and the survivors of the person who is now deceased. Our job at Cipher and Dykes is to help the family make sure that each and every element of damage is explored such that no stone is left unturned, and to make sure that liability for the case is absolutely as strong as it can be. Wrongful death cases are unique, especially if they happen by a motor vehicle accident or some other means, because just the sheer fact that death is involved, you're able to acquire so much more information. You're able to acquire the traffic homicide report that occurred by a motor vehicle crash. You're able to acquire all the photos of the scene that were taken by the traffic homicide investigator. You're able to acquire potentially the vehicle if you get the case soon enough. You may be able to acquire the film footage that's done by the local news station whenever the incident occurs. Gathering all this evidence soon and having it so that your liability case, meaning the fault of the other party, can be as strong as it can absolutely be, is absolutely critical. The second thing that's important about a wrongful death case is the damages sustained by the loved ones. And you really can't begin to discuss all these damages until some time has passed from the loss of that person. What I mean by this is you need some time for, unfortunately, for that first birthday to occur, for that first Thanksgiving to occur, so that the family really has time to be able to understand and articulate the impact of just how real and just how serious this is. And our job at Cipher and Dykes is to make sure that each and every element is fully explored, fully developed, so that if and when that case has to go to trial, the jury is able to understand the full impact of what has occurred and the full impact of the loss, so that whenever they are instructed on what the law is and on what they are allowed to do, and that justice can and will be done based on the presentation of the case, based on the presentation of the evidence. That's our job. We like our job, and that's what we want to do, is help those people that may have suffered a tragic loss in this manner. If you'd like to arrange a consultation, it'll be confidential, and if you're not able to come to Panama City, we will certainly come to you, and we'd be happy to discuss any kind of wrongful death action with you.